The BLS reports national benchmark revision to total non-farm employment for March 2025 is negative 911,000. That's 911,000 jobs that were reported to be added between March 2024 and March 2025 that don't actually exist. Realizing that 51% of jobs reported during the last year of the Biden administration never actually existed. And it's got the meme. Now, can we admit it? The Fed is woefully ill-equipped to set monetary policy in an economy as dynamic and complicated as the US in 2025. Add in their reliance on useless and wrong data, and it's a recipe for disaster. I stopped reporting data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics about a year ago because of revisions just like this one. Specifically, there is an accuracy and trust issue related to U.S. job market data. As such, it's irresponsible to use this data to give you career advice. We all know on a ground level, day-to-day basis, we're experiencing some form of a recession or stagnation. However, job creation or lack thereof is politicized or inaccurate to the point where we can't trust any of the supposedly official reporting around it. So in cases like this, I say stop trusting the quote-unquote experts and go with your gut. Go with what you're seeing on the ground level. Don't trust, but verify. Even before this slop job report, in the past 2 years, especially in tech, I'd be willing to bet that if you haven't been laid off, you probably know somebody at this point who has. Moreover, I'm also sure that you know of someone or you yourself have dealt with a challenging job market. Meanwhile, the media was pumping the patronizing narrative of vibe session or vibe recession, in which they questioned the consumer's negative sentiment over the economy because their experts had gathered data that said otherwise. But if the media or these so-called experts had any sense, they'd know the over-reliance on metrics can create a fake economic reality that does not exist. We've seen the same metric over-reliance problem in business when it comes to customer service. Jeff Bezos recounts the time he called Amazon's customer service number mid-meeting to prove a metric was wrong. In the clip below, Jeff tells a story from the early days of Amazon when their metric said customers waited less than 60 seconds after calling customer service. Yet this conflicted with customer complaints, and as Jeff explains, I have a saying, which is when the data and the anecdotes disagree, the anecdotes are usually right. If you have a bunch of customers complaining about something and your metrics look like they shouldn't be complaining, you should doubt the metrics. The one day in a meeting, the head of customer service was offending the metric and just said, okay, let's call. Jeff picked up the phone and dialed Amazon's 1-800 customer service number. Everyone in the meeting proceeded to wait more than 10 minutes before customer service answered. It dramatically made the point that something was wrong with the data collection, and that set off a whole chain of events where we started measuring it right. That's an uncomfortable thing to do, but you have to seek the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, and you have to get people's attention, and they have to buy into it, and they have to get energized around really fixing things. In other words, if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, no matter what your fancy BLS job report says, it's probably a duck. Okay, let's put this aside and let's focus on you. I don't tell you this to bum you out. I tell you this so that you can adjust your job hunting strategy in a way that it's more in line with reality. In a job market like this one, the old way of applying for jobs is essentially over. AI slop job boards, ghost jobs, openings with nearly 1,000 applicants, getting ghosted by recruiters, and extra long hiring processes. The job market is almost becoming a parody. However, that doesn't mean that opportunity is not out there. Just this year, I helped a client get hired that probably has less experience and skills than you do right now. He followed a market-adapted strategy to find work. I teach you the same strategy and how you can use it to navigate the job market and get more interviews for free in this video right here. Please watch. Otherwise, if you need extra help landing more interviews or getting a new job, book a consultation with me, linked below, and I will help you get sorted out. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.